been to Newcomb.
I've been to Newcomb.
It's a good place.
Motorcycle rides, yeah.
It's a good place. And then after that, I have to be over in Newcomb to Salem, to Ticonderoga, and to finish up in Warrensburg. And so she'll be up at Ogdensburg, obviously a big Seaway, festival parade, and then she has her own tour, and we'll end up, at the same place. I'm thinking either Warrensburg or Salem at the end of the night. So, number two, she works as hard as I do and knows that. And unfortunately, it was learning very quickly. She's more popular than I am, so she's better looking. That's for sure. That's for sure. But we're doing well, and we'll keep on going there. So it's good. Any other easy questions here? There's never an easy question from a town supervisor.
You said you have a plan, what is it?
Well, when we talk about the region itself, you have to break the district, you have to break it down. And we'll talk about this as we go forward the next 3.5 months. But what's needed in Antwerp, to be perfectly honest with you, is a far cry from what's going on in Plattsburgh, and even further cry what's going on in Queensbury, Ballston Spa, Glens Falls, and the like. And so you have to talk about, what your competitive and comparative advantages are. Now look, here we have one of the largest military bases in the country. Now, does that say let's protect, Fort Drum? Yeah, well that's great. And I always, probably some people remember that, the old September 11th. Well, September 11th, 1984. That was the day that Congressman Dave Martin, announced Fort Drum is coming to the area. That was a huge day. I mean, the Watertown Times ran a separate newspaper that day. It was a big, big day. And remember, at that point, Dave Martin was a sophomore, second-term congressman. And so the point I bring up on that is to say, like, Dave was a great man and did a great job for his 12 years in Congress, but who you have in Congress makes a big difference. It just does. I mean, think about it. You guys live here. I mean, what if Fort Drum never came to the area? How different, would the North Country be, and certainly in this neck of the woods? It would be totally different. So you want to take what you have, you want to protect it, but you also want to grow. And so to continue to expand, to make sure we have all the different avenues with Fort Drum, but also all the secondary and what I call sort of the third order of businesses. So, why does every military subcontractor work out of Herndon, Virginia, or outside of Washington, D.C., where you can actually have similar businesses around the Fort Drum area? Why can't we continue to promote that type of thing? Now, secondly, when you think about, when you compete, again, it's a national, global economy we have here. And so we're not, Antwerp's not competing against Alex Bay. We're competing against other regions, not only of the country, but of the world. And so you say, what are your comparative and competitive advantages? Well, number one, we do have a lot of space. We have tremendous water assets. In a lot of places, water is a tough place. And number three, we have great people. We have great people all across the spectrum. And so I always joke, and I mean this wholeheartedly, whoever the bottom student is that graduates Indian River this year, and I'm sure, Kirkby, you were there when you graduated a few years ago. Yeah, number 3 from the bottom, whatever. Is very hireable, has tremendous skills and assets, speaks language, all those things that you want from from an employee that you have here. And so that's part of how we got the footprint of Fort Drum, and part of why we can have other businesses go around. Look, there's a change going on. Unfortunately, we don't have GM in Messina anymore. There's going to continue to be a change. But you have to make sure we bridle all those assets, and we have a lot of smart people who grew up here, go to school here, who want to come back here and give them the opportunity. And so part of that is making sure we have the infrastructure. So there's parts in St. Lawrence County that you don't have cell phone coverage. Like, if you don't have cell phone coverage and have broadband, it's pretty darn hard. Is that true?
Yeah.
No cell phone?
At my youth at the community center, we don't have.
See, right there. So you talk about growth and how you can go ahead. You got to have those. That's like living in an area without having roads, sewers, or water. You can get by without sewer and water, do the wells and everything. But if you don't have roads, how can you live there? You can, but it's tough. And that's the way